Brentford are going to sign Reece Nelson on loan. Now, the last update on Goonerverse News was Palace for about £15 million. This is a significantly worse deal for the club. Do I ultimately care? Not really. But it kind of, again, speaks to just our inability to kind of get the best deal and the best value possible for these players. I was quite encouraged that a player we put so far down the pecking order was looking like moving to a club that I thought was a really good fit for him, that I thought was a really good move in terms of my expectations of Palace and Glasner, that they'll do well and he'll fit in there. I thought with adding Yeremy Pino, that would be a good combination too. Then Fulham was an option. We know Fulham, Marco Silva have done well. I like Brentford. I really do like Brentford. But a loan doesn't do anything for him in terms of settling him in. It doesn't do anything for Arsenal. We don't get a fee. I just don't really get it. I don't get it at all. I get they're trying to replace Johan Wissa, and okay, you've now got a player who, you know, I know he's not a striker like Wissa, but he's a front line player, isn't he? He's a forward. But I just don't get it. I don't really think there's anything in this for us, like, at all. It doesn't really matter. Arsenal have shown that they're quite happy to spend the money and get the players they need to get in, like Heze before we did sales. The likes of Martinelli and Trossard are still here. Zinchenko, Kivior's not even confirmed to Porto, but we expect that to all get done today. So, you know, I know we've kind of cracked on with our business, but, you know, so from the selling perspective, it probably doesn't matter too much. But I just thought Arsenal at one point were looking like getting good value for a player that I said on my video about him going to Palace, that I said I rate the player, like I like the player, I think he's good. I think he's not good enough for Arsenal, but he's a good Premier League player. And I thought a club like Palace had recognised that, we're going to spend the money to do it. Maybe they still want to do that deal, or wanted to, but he's opted for the Brentford loan. So I don't know, it's a really strange one to me. Why would he want the loan? Why would he want to go somewhere that he's ultimately just going to be there for sort of 9 months before he comes back to Arsenal and has to start it all over again? I don't get it. How long is this contract we've offered him? I mean, like, at this point, his value is just kind of tanking. I mean, part of me thinks Arsenal should just reject it and go, well, there's nothing in it for us. Martinelli's playing terribly. Trossard might get a last-minute move. Like, you know, Eze's a 10 really more than left winger, though I think he will play and should play on the left. You know, just keep him, because, like what's the point sanctioning a loan? And then you're saying to clubs who are coming in for him, you're going, well, look, if you want a player like Reece Nelson, you have to pay up. We're not prepared to just kind of keep giving him away and you pay his wages for a year. Are they even paying his £400 a week? I don't know. So maybe that's where things fell down with Palace. Maybe, and apologies again, like I'm reacting instantly to the news, and obviously when the deal gets done, kind of more will come out. But yeah, Reece Nelson is going to Brentford on loan. And like I said, details will emerge and I'll talk about it, but when they do. But I just think it's a really, really strange one for me. I wish we'd got the 15 million from Palace, but that's not the way the deal's going. Vieira's on his way to Hamburg, I believe, who are also trying to do a deal for Lokonga. So, okay, they're off to German football, so best of luck to them. Zinchenko could still move. Marseille are trying to do something there, and Kivior to Porto set to be confirmed with Hincapié later today too. So bits and bobs happening. There are rumours and murmurs that a late move could be made for a player like Trossard. If there is, I've got no problem with it if we're able to act quickly and have a Semenyo or a Lookman or someone like that ready to go. But I just don't think that's the kind of deadline day we're going to get. Then we'll get Hincapié done, and I think that will pretty much conclude everything for Arsenal. What's been a good window, but I talked about it, you know, post Isak and Liverpool, have we done enough? I think the tools are there for Arteta, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Reece Nelson on his way to Brentford on loan. I don't really get it.